Monster Project.
Tomorrow is finally the day of the Elimination Battle. Since the enemy already used a command seal to our benefit, I doubt we will have much trouble. Still, in order to protect you, Praetor, I may need to display my true abilities.
She's saying she might unleash her noble phantasm. We'll need to use it eventually, after all. However, today, like yesterday, I see hesitation in her eyes. If you don't want to...
No, that is a frivolous thought. I'm the blade that protects you, and I will be anything you wish.
The issue drops, but some unease lingers in my brain. Someday, I may make the decision to use my servant's full abilities.
It's been a trip, but the two of us should say our goodbyes now. Your luck won't hold out twice in a row. Goodbye, Hakuno.
Oh, yeah, bye. Wait, I don't even know who you are!
You may have to use your noble phantasm soon. If not, your battles from here on out will be pretty difficult.
The Faceless King. According to Celtic tradition, during the festival of Beltane, people pray to the spirit of the forest, Jack of the Green, for the arrival of spring. Sherwood Forest. A forest located near Nottingham, England. It is a dense forest of ancient oak trees where at one time thieves were said to inhabit its depths.
There's an awful lot you need to learn about your enemy before you can find out their real name. You can fight without knowing, but it's much better when you have the whole picture.
Can't wait to see how your match turns out. My opponent this time is even weaker than Shinji. If you can win this battle, then I'll have to start worrying.
Poor Shinji. Not.
Ah, you found our glasses. Thank you so much. You really helped me out. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to present to you this fabulous decorative plant.
I hope I don't end up killing this thing in a week.
For the first round, most masters were trying to get a feel for how things work here. Virtual or not, this is the Holy Grail War. And it's called a war for a very good reason. Here, losing just doesn't mean a hit to your pride, but the end to your very existence. Hopefully you and I will be able to speak again, Hakuno. Good luck with your battle tomorrow.
At least someone is nice around here.
The more I see of this place, the more I regret ever signing up for this whole ordeal. If I go down, promise me that you'll keep my honey company, okay? I'm serious about this.
I really can't promise that. Alright, we still have one more trigger to get, Saber.
It's time to take the stage, Praetor!
Let's just skip straight to the good part today, shall we?
Good, we've obtained the Cipher Key. Now we can proceed through the rest of training at our leisure. You are quite the hard worker.
I wonder if everyone else can access these fountains. It would be unfair for them not to.
Was it really necessary to heal before leaving the arena? Then let us continue tomorrow.
Wow, Taiga's plants look really nice with... Oh, they're fake.
The elimination battle is tomorrow. If you and I do our best, we will emerge victorious. Indeed, we will not only grasp victory, we will pound them over the head with it.
We don't really have much choice tomorrow, do we?
Today is the elimination battle. I trust that your preparations went smoothly.
I turn toward the voice coming from behind me. He wears the clothes of a priest, which, in the end, only makes his snide tongue more jarring.
Come to the first floor when ready. You can do something trifling like stop by the commissary if needed.
Apparently finished, he opens the door and lets himself out. In preparation for the elimination battle, I should go to the chapel and the commissary. Or I could go to my personal room and sort out my information on the enemy servant. And then, once that's in order, I'll go to where Kotomine is. Alright, let's review the information we have. Dan Blackmore. Our opponent this time is a veteran soldier. Since I could never hope to make up decades of experience in a week, he's clearly got the advantage. I'm the inferior master, but when it comes to servants, his servant's class is... It has to be Archer. That day in the arena, the servant fired a poison arrow at me. That kind of precise marksmanship was enough to tell me the enemy's class is Archer. It's also clear that said shot severed some kind of bond between master and servant. Dan forbid his servant to use his bow to fire poison arrows. That bow is his noble phantasm, called... The name of the noble phantasm that Dan forbid his servant from using was... the U-bow. The name of the servant's unerring bow is the U-bow. After Archer wielded it in the prep period, Dan utilized a command seal to disable its further use, telling him to fight fairly. Fighting face to face, with honor and pride. Seeing as how Archer fought so differently in life, of course he doesn't get his master's values. The girl who helped me deduce that was the sky-gazing beauty from the 3rd floor, Ronnie. With the remains of the archer's arrow, she showed me the forest he held dear. The name of that forest was... Sherwood Forest. Right. It was Sherwood Forest, and there was only one legendary soul who was active there. Robin Hood. There's zero doubt as to the enemy archer's true name. Even with his true name, and taking into account the discord between master and servant, can I win? Our servants are pretty evenly matched, so if I can step up my game as a master... Hey... Are you sure you don't want to talk about anything, Saber?
First a pirate, now a thief! It is no fault of yours, but I find this ferociously boring. The servant of Omegas I just passed by was the beautiful Atalanta. Greek legendary souls are lovely, as was that Atalanta. That thief in green robes cannot compare!
Saber pouts, settling back into her makeshift throne. Gosh, you'd think our opponent in the 2nd round offended her sensibilities or something.
That man has a treacherous nature, and as a king, I deplore him for bearing fangs against a nobleman. Remember this well. I dislike frugality, destitution, and treason. He has all of those in one. It is enough to make my hair curl. Are you even listening, Praetor?
A king, huh? That's like Leo said. How strange to speak of kings. Well, actually, in this virtual world, kings aren't that odd. Now I'm curious. If Leo is a modern-day king, then what did Saber preside over?
What sort of ruler was I? That is not easily stated. For my entertainment, I will have you guess. How am I reflected in your eyes?
Servants are reproductions of historical legends. Then she was... a bold emperor? Perhaps she was an esteemed emperor. This woman may be vain, but it's not born of unfounded arrogance. There is something noble within her that leads her to behave as if she is no mere mortal.
I see. I would accept such a classification. No, I guided my people grandly. It was like paradise. My citizens boasted of enjoying 3 lifetimes in their one. I was immensely popular.
Saber swells with triumph. She really is self-centered, but I get the sense that while she took her position for granted, she was nevertheless an excellent ruler. She remained silent, as if a memory had asserted itself. Her bright smile fades.
Well, I suppose this isn't something I should be proud of. I was no leader. The people are to be commended for bringing my whims to fruition while I did nothing but wallow in luxury. I seem to have asked you an insipid question, Praetor. Let us warriors forget this conversation.
Okay. Saber clams up. Was our discussion really that irrelevant? We're talking about the woman who fights and bleeds in my place. I should get to know her true nature more deeply. Wait, no. The chapel was this way. I remember directions.
Want to do an alteration?
What splendid work you do. I'm sure I could say the same thing every time we come here.
Oh, God, I forgot how bright that was.
Good. Some of my former glory has been restored. Superb tempering. I shall repay your fine efforts.
What now? Need another alteration?
Huh. I think your biceps actually look bigger from that, Saber.
You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed.
Let's project!